The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists, music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up, your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform dedicated to independent artists. A place where artists can come and share their musical journey and share their new music along with some fun chit chat. I am your show host, Smiley J, and I am so glad that you guys are here. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome now. Do come back now, okay? I'm here each and every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friendly reminder, now you can catch the Smiley J Artist Zone show on your favorite podcast. Yes, you can listen whenever you feel like it at any time. You know, because having options is so necessary. Don't you guys agree? I love having options. Today I have a great show. Hanging out with me in the Artist Zone is Mr. Audley Reid. Now he'll be joining us in a few short minutes. But before he come on, I want to give out some quick shout outs. I want to shout out some folks behind the scene, you know, because it does take a team. I want to shout out my partner in crime, Mr. Kevin Kojo Prince, also known as DC Gordy. Show editor, Terry P. Now, you know, he's a little shy, but Terry's also a music producer, and he's producing some great music out there. And you guys are probably listening to some of the music that he's produced. I'm going to have to get him on a show, you know, one of these days. Okay, Brock? I need you to come on and hit the mic and tell the folks about all this good music you're producing. And I also want to shout out my husband, yes, who is my number one and biggest supporter. What's up, hon? How you doing? And also to my listeners, I want to thank you guys. And by the way, if you want to help support the Smiley J Artist Zone show, donations are accepted. My Cash App is $TSJAZ. That's TSJAZ. No donations is too small or too big, and all donations are appreciated and tax deductible. Now, before I bring on today's guest, you guys know what time it is.
You want to know? Smile knows. You want to know? Smile knows. You want to know? Smile knows. It's Smile knows. Smile knows.
Now, there are a lot of independent artists out there who are super talented, but they have very limited resources. Now, today I'm going to share some ways to help you market your music with little or no money. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't need money. You still need to set your coins aside and save your money so that you can finance your music career, okay? Now, one of the things you can do is create your own YouTube channel. You can make your YouTube videos at home using your own equipment, but just make sure that your equipment can produce a nice quality finished product. Also, get your music reviewed by some influential reviewers such as DJs, bloggers, radio personalities, and reach out to some of those internet radio hosts. You can perform at a nonprofit organization and give a portion of your music sales to the organization. It's a great partnership, and the press that you get is priceless. You can also submit your music to internet radio stations worldwide. As mentioned, there are hundreds and thousands of internet radio stations. They're playing some great music, and they're featuring a lot of independent artists. So why not throw your name in the hat? Last but not least, you can submit your songs to popular podcasts like the Smiley J Artist Zone show. Boom! Yes, come up here on the platform. You know, that's what it's all about, sharing music. So there you have it. Now, before I bring on today's guest, let me just tell you a little bit about him. Mr. Audley Reid, a.k.a. known as Reid, is a seasoned saxophonist who started his musical career about 25 years ago. He is proficient on all saxophones, with a preference to the alto sax. Now, Audley has been described as a cross between David Sanborn and the late sax genius Art Porter. But of course, he has his own distinct style. His passionate approach to smooth jazz magically takes listeners to an island of musical paradise, which is a direct result of his Jamaican and Cuban heritage. So I need you guys to help me welcome and bring on Mr. Audley Reid. Greetings, how you doing, Audley?
I am doing very well. How are you?
I'm well. Welcome to the Artist Zone, sir.
Well, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Well, congratulations are in order for you with both your new music as well as your merchandise.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We're working hard to get everything done.
Yes. And that logo is really nice. And did you design that yourself or?
Well, I must confess, I can't even draw a straight line. So it did not come from me.
Okay.
But my graphics person, Christy, she's on Facebook. She did a wonderful job with it, and it has seemed to be taken very well. I'm very pleased with that.
Yeah, you should be, because she did a really awesome job.
Yes.
And don't
indeed.
feel alone. I can't draw either, but we got other skills, so it balances out.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So your new music, Into the Night, a collaboration
Yes.
with David McLaurin, another great
Yes.
artist who's been on the Smiley J Show. Hey, David, what's up?
Well, I got to talk to him. He didn't even tell me.
Yes, he was one of my very first guests. So yes, I'm gonna have to bring him back on. But
Yes.
great creative collaborations with with you two guys, you two musical geniuses.
Well, wow. Maybe I need to send you a check in the mail then, okay?
You know what? I'll give you my Cash App. How about that?
Okay. All right. There you go.
So listen, sir, how long did it take you guys to come up with the whole concept of Into the Night?
Well, it didn't take long at all, really. To give you a little background, I met David a few years ago. And so forth. So we've been trying to get together for the last few years, if you can believe it or not.
Wow.
And so we'd run into each other out at NAMM and so forth out in Anaheim. So this past year, in 2020, my band just happened to be able to play at NAMM. And so David and everybody was there. And so I said, David, when we going to get together? Next thing I know, the time I got back home, I had about 3 or 4 songs just waiting for me.
Now look at that. Look at that.
Man, I tell you, it's just really, really great. And so David said, hey, take a listen to it. Let me know what you can do with it. So I just tried to do my little thing here, added this, added that, the regular recording do's and don'ts. And so we got it done. So we have about 5 songs completed already that I think we're going to release as an EP with our, just with David and myself. And he does all the, basically all the music parts and everything else like that. And then I create some of the melodies and so forth. So it's turned out to be really, really good. Really, really a lot of fun.
Well, you know what? I know it's going to be fire. I can't wait to hear the rest of the songs, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, that includes me.
Yes, of course. Now, speaking of you, you are of Jamaican and Cuban heritage, right?
Oh, somebody's been doing some homework. Yes.
So that means that we get a little extra flavor in the music, and I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. The Caribbean influences is all the way through everything, especially a lot of the stuff that we're doing with David, because, he also has a Caribbean background.
I know. I know this. Yeah. I know it's going to be fire.
Oh, yeah.
You two together, it's going to be fire.
Yeah. It's nice. I'm very pleased with it.
Yes. But you're currently in the Chicago area, right?
Yes.
Now, I got to shout out to Shad. I mean, there are a lot of great, talented musicians and vocalists in the Windy City.
Oh, for sure.
Now, I know that you have developed your own cool and distinct style, but, you have been compared to, the likes of David Sanborn and the late, great Art Porter. What an honor to be compared to 2 such great musicians.
Yeah, some friends of mine stuck that little moniker on me. And because at one particular point in time, I used to play in a band where we used to do a lot of David Sanborn. We used to do a lot of fusion stuff, Jeff Lober stuff and all, just a ton of stuff. And we used to play Snake, The Dream, David Sanborn, and literally note for note on that, including the real high stuff and so forth. So that kind of stuck me with that. And so we learned a lot of David stuff over the course of the course of playing. And Art and I, we met many, many years ago, and we became good friends and so forth. And, unfortunately with his tragic accident, he is no longer, here with us, but it just so happens that, we were friends over the course of the years, and I'd come to his shows and he'd just be doing his thing, super energy, super player. Mm-hmm. And I think it's rare sometimes you get that dual combination. And for those folks who have never had the opportunity to see Art live, oh my goodness. I mean, it's just on.
I'm one of those people, and I'm sorry that I didn't, but I do have his music. So, his music lives on. So, but again, what an honor to be compared to such great musicians. Now, I have to ask you,
yes.
Where do you draw some of your inspiration, and who are some of your favorite saxophonists besides yourself?
Oh my gosh. I'm a big fan of, Najee. I love Gerald Albright, Kenny Garrett. Oh my God. You just name just about anybody who plays sax or trumpet players, are really interesting. Some of my biggest fans. I love Freddie Hubbard. Mm-hmm. You have Wynton and, all those guys like that. So, I follow my musical palette of musicians. I love straight across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been.
Well, it is quite a lot of you saxophonists.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's just so many. And I love it. I love it. Now, and the audience love sax players, especially the ladies. So,
okay.
Oh, you knew that.
I'm going to take the fifth on that one right there.
Well, see, now my next question I'm going to ask you, do you have any fun or funny sax story you want to share?
Not that I can share over the air. No.
Okay. All right. Strike that question. Okay. So you are a well-seasoned musician, and your band, performs all styles of music. Now,
yes,
you're a musician, so you do it all.
I mean, we're open to, we've done Indian weddings, an all primarily African-American group, doing Indian music. Oh yeah. It's just all part of being underneath the umbrella of being a musician.
Well, the beautiful thing about being a sax player, you guys and women, because I got a lot of ladies saxophonists out there.
Yeah.
You saxophone players are definitely in demand. I mean, you can just pick up and play anywhere, bring some music tracks, and just go. Yes. You don't have to have the accompaniment of an entire band, and that's a good thing.
Well, especially now with, since we've been technically off of the performance scene for more than a year and a couple of months now, having the ability to be quote unquote mobile and being able to play with backing tracks and so forth is something that I think that all of us have to get used to, because we're so used to having our bands or a small ensemble with us. Now you have to get out there and play by yourself. And to me, that's really, it's a lot of fun. Your jaws get a little tired, but, it is what it is.
Well, listen, at least you embraced it and you're having fun doing what you love. So, that's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I have to mention that you have the opportunity to grace the stage with a lot of great folks like Phil Perry, Howard Hewitt, Norman Connors, Vivian Green. Now, is there anyone that you haven't had the opportunity to perform with that you would just love to have that chance if it could happen?
Layla Hathaway.
Ooh, all right. Well, you know what? Isn't she in Chicago too? That could happen.
Well, she's a Chicago native. But my gosh, that voice is just
oh yeah. Oh
unreal.
yes.
Unreal. Yeah. And also, my man, Kevin Whalen.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Very dynamic. And then I have a very good friend of mine, even though we used to play together in Vegas many, many years ago. He is now the lead singer with Third World, AJ Brown. Yeah, I would love to. So if you're listening out to AJ, call a brother.
Hey, AJ, give him a call, please.
Okay.
This is a special request for Smiley Jack.
Yeah, see, that'll work.
Yeah. Hopefully he's listening. Who knows? You never know,
Yeah.
So I've got to say that in doing my research and homework, I heard your cover You cover the Janet Jackson song, Anytime, Anyplace.
Oh, wow.
And I got to tell you, that was super sweet and smooth. Oh my gosh. I just, I ran it back a few times. It was just that smooth. I love it. And you know what? Tell us a little bit about the Platinum Najee series sax. I know my saxies out there know what that is, but just can you explain it to the audience, what that means? And
yeah, well, just to keep it real short and simple, Najee, Mr. tenor saxophone, flute, soprano, alto, he came out with a line of saxophones a little bit over a year or so ago. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of fortunate to purchase one and got him to sign it and everything. So, and we communicate maybe like once a month, twice a month, something like that. He's a real nice brother. And the horn plays great. It's probably got me a few gigs just because everybody says it looks so pretty. It does. Yeah, it's a nice horn. I'm really having a lot of fun performing on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? Keep sharing those, those covers and those little nice performances that you do. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, while I was researching, reading up on you, I was listening to it just kind of, I'm like, okay, this brother is smooth.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, when we did Anytime, Anyplace was on my very first CD. Mm-hmm. And when I was recording it, I think I did 2 takes of this. And the first one, the guys were like, no, we're going to throw this one out. And then all of a sudden, the whole studio just went dark. Mm. And the guy said, okay, track starting. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, so that's how that happened.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, I just recently learned, that the mouthpiece has a drastic effect on the sound.
Yes.
Now, do you have a favorite mouthpiece?
Well, speaking of mouthpieces, it's really, you're asking some darn good questions today. Man, I'm not, I wasn't ready for this.
That's all good. Come on.
But within the last year, I have literally converted over all my mouthpieces to a gentleman, West Coast sax. Mm-hmm. And my soprano sound, I was really tired of it. It was like real stuffy, real tight. And I stopped playing soprano out because I just didn't like it. So I met Matt, West Coast Sax, out at NAMM a few years ago. And I said, I got to get one of your mouthpieces. So time flew by and whatever. So like last year, I finally got the soprano mouthpiece. Then I turned around and got a brand new alto mouthpiece from him. And now I've got the tenor. So I'm endorsed by West Coast Sax.
Wonderful. Now, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you. So, and I'm playing my horns every day now. So it's just like, okay, wow.
Big difference, huh?
Big difference. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Wonderful. So big listen, difference. Shout out to West Coast Sax. Yeah.
Matt's my man out there.
All right. So listen, I want my audience to know a little bit more about the man behind the music. So I have a fun game that I want to play before you leave. It's called Pick One. Very easy. You got 3 seconds to pick one.
I have how many seconds?
3 seconds, but I know you do it in less than 3. Because all my sax players are super smart.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
No, but okay.
You ready? Come on, let's do this. Let's do this, man. Necktie or bow tie?
Necktie.
Which do you prefer, a play or a musical?
A play.
Okay. Spontaneous or planned?
Spontaneous.
All right. Bonus question. Ding, 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 ding. Into the night or into the morning?
Both.
Okay.
You trying to start something. Okay.
I'm not. Okay, so listen, audience, we will be listening into tonight. So before you go, tell my listeners where they can follow you, where they can purchase your merchandise, and also if you have any upcoming gigs in the Chicago area.
You can follow me at my website, which is audleyreid.com, and that's spelled AudleyReid.com. And my music is on all the digital platforms and so forth. I'm on Facebook, very same name, very same spelling. I'm on Instagram at Audley Reid, all one word together. You can definitely follow me there. And I do respond. My merchandise, you can find my merchandise on my website page. There's a link there. You can go there. And I just got put on Amazon. So all my T-shirts and everything right now are just, that's
cool.
Yeah, I'm really pleased about that.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to have to support you and, get one of your, purchase one of your merchandise because I do like it. She did a really good job.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll even do. I'll make sure that I send you one once we get off this very important call.
God, look at that.
I'll make sure you get one. So that way you can have something to either take into the morning or into the night.
You know what? I like that. I like how you did that. That's real cool. Back at me, huh? You boomerang.
Okay.
So look, sir, I want to thank you, Ollie, for joining me and hanging out in the zone today. And I want to wish you much success, on your new project. And I can't wait for that EP to drop. I got the two Jamaican guys on there. I know it's going to be fire. So again, thank you, sir, and keep in touch. And again, much success to you and all that you do.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate that.
Yes, no doubt. Absolutely. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
This is Tiani Aubrey, and you are in the Smiley J Artist Zone.
All right, now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. Now listen, all good things come to an end, but I want to thank today's guest, Mr. Audley Reid, for hanging out with me in the Artist Zone. And of course, I want to thank all of you for tuning in because there's no me without you. Now y'all be sure to check out Audley's new music, Into the Night, as well as his cool merchandise, and also check out some of his other music. And be sure to follow that brother on his social media pages and keep up with all the sexy stuff he has going on. And also, don't forget to like and follow the Smiley J Artist Zone on Facebook, Instagram, SmileyJ_Artist Zone. I'm here each and every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can do this thing all over again next week. Until then, I'm going to need you guys to be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out.